Tom and Sam from Cultaholic.com. I enjoyed watching for the very first time the Night in the Woods video.
You'd never seen that before?
I've never seen it all the way through before.
There's another one coming up soon.
What, another Night in the Woods?
Yeah.
When?
It's long overdue. It's happening soon. That's all I can say.
It's like the Blair Witch Project too. I'm very excited. It's on our birthday stream from yesterday. You can go and watch it now. It's brilliant. In the meantime, here's some news. We have the reason why Vince McMahon left Saudi Arabia early. A new WWE signing has been pulled from an upcoming show. And which WWE legend is undergoing surgery? Find out soon. Who'd have thought this time last week we would still be talking about Saudi Arabia, Sam? Thought by now it would have been done and dusted, wouldn't we?
It just more seems to be coming out of the woodwork just every single day.
And the head woodlouse today is Corey Graves. I'm not calling Corey Graves a woodlouse. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! And also, we're not one to plug other podcasts.
I don't think Americans call it woodlouse or woodlice. I think they've got a weird name. I think they call them like roly-polies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bit odd. I always found it weird that woodlice would normally be on bricks.
Yeah.
My nan's house always remembered their woodlice
Yeah.
walking up bricks. Well, your latest woodlouse news and
That's
other
the
news
one.
as well. Not one to plug another podcast, but Corey Graves After the Bell is a good listen. And this week there's a lot about Saudi Arabia in there. See, Corey Graves said the following. He said, "What really got to me was when the rumours started coming out about Saudi Arabia. The first one being Mr. McMahon, that Vince left everybody in Saudi Arabia. That is not true, and I'm going to tell you why. If you work here, you know that every week, no matter where on the planet we are, as soon as that final bell rings, as soon as it's made sure that all of the talent is okay, whoever's in that last match, Vince then gets on his jet and the guy goes home or to the next city because he's busy running WWE. It wasn't like he said, to hell with the talent, to hell with the crew. Vince did exactly as he's done every week without fail."
Corey. This is the internet, and we all know the truth. The truth is that Vince and the Prince got into an argument. Vince punched him in the face, knocked out all of his security, and went, "Screw you," jumped on his jet and went, "Well, they can sort themselves out," and flew home.
The Saudi Prince screwed the Saudi Prince.
Exactly.
As we all know. I
The
think
Riyadh screw job.
it's quite a more dangerous screw job than the Montreal one. I think it's. I think that this is a great example of why After the Bell is going to be a really useful tool for the WWE, because this, along with WWE Backstage, they've now got an outlet to talk about the behind-the-scenes stuff that they don't normally have.
And they can, as horrible as it's going to sound to say it, they can control the narrative quite strongly on it.
Ooh, are you suggesting that they potentially will control the means of news?
No, I think that this is probably accurate. Like, Vince is a very busy man. He's got a lot of stuff on his plate. He needs to be moving on and moving on and moving on. And to be honest, everybody in the building, why would he hire these people to run shows if he couldn't trust them to do it? So it makes sense that Vince would leave the second that last match is underway. That's it, right, hand it over, see you later. But I just think, say if something happens, this is an official outlet from WWE discussing backstage matters, they can sort of control the flow of information a little bit.
But I bet they won't be doing a podcast about the world's longest wrestling match in history, featuring William Muldoon and Clarence Whistler, like we do here at Cultaholic.
No, was it not Randy Savage Crush from WrestleMania?
that just felt long, mate. Wrestling Curiosities this Sunday. That's not about Savage and Crush, it's about the other two. So whilst Vince was on a flight and there was chaos in Saudi Arabia, there was opportunity on Friday Night SmackDown. Shayna Baszler was chatting to Sporting News about that Friday night when the NXT lads turned up. This is amazing. She said, "It was very last minute. I'm sure people have heard, but I got up in the morning and went and did a workout. I actually wasn't booked to do anything NXT-wise for the rest of the week. Happened to have that Friday and Saturday off, so I crushed it in the gym, expecting, okay, I can kill myself right here because I can rest for a couple of days finally." That's pretty much like what happens when me and Sam wake up on a Saturday. We go, you know what, we're going to go to the gym, we're going to crush
4 a.m. Saturday morning, gym, I lift all the weights, I just make it look like fat.
You just crush it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we do. So we're basically Baszlers. She says, "I was on my way home and got the call to pack up and be ready to leave right now. The plane landed and the show had started already. I left my bags on the shuttle and I ran from the bus to the ring. So when Shayna Baszler does that run-in and pushes Sasha Banks over on SmackDown, she literally got off the shuttle from the plane.
She came in from the crowd as well, just straight in the front entrance, just like check for a ticket, through, bag check, everything.
Imagine that. I like the idea of her getting to the gate and them going, ticket, has to get a ticket out, and they're struggling to scan the QR code.
And they've got the big the gun and knife scanners. Just be like, is that a metal belt, love? You got to take it off. Come on, right? And she's just running along trying to.
I just love how close they cut it that night. That whole SmackDown was incredible.
This was something I'd seen after I'd graded. I was like, well, that opening promo was good, but it was rambly. It was so bloody rambly. And it was a couple of people commented and like I'd read up on it, but apparently Heyman was told, go out there and stall. So he's like, my client demands. And it was like listening to John F. Kennedy like pace his way through a speech. Like, but that was because they knew the NXT guys were inbound. Like they were just on their way, so they had to sort of apparently just stretch that opening promo as much as they physically could. They showed the entire Brock Kane match. Like they did as much as they could to just kill that time to get everybody in the building. It's mental.
See, if Triple H had been out there first, he'd have filled that 20 minutes in absolutely no bother. He did that
say,
loads.
are you ready? That'd take ages. That'd take like 5 minutes on its own.
Did you seem to enjoy the NXT takeover of SmackDown? I enjoyed watching you do that because it felt like, because you used to do NXT graded.
It was great. Somebody commented on the video like they missed me so much and I couldn't go to them, so they came to me.
That's exactly what happened, mate. That's exactly what happened, mate. Talking of that Saudi Arabia show, as we've been wanting to do for the last couple of weeks, Cain Velasquez made his in-ring debut there and might not be around for a little while now.
Yeah, it's turned out he was a little bit more injured than anticipated, and that sort of explains the quickness and brutality of his defeat.
However, despite that match, there was still set to be a big showdown in Mexico City featuring Rey Mysterio teaming with Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, they made a big deal out of this. I think they were really pushing Cain Velasquez. I don't know if he was on the posters. Maybe some viewers could tell us that, but I know that they were making a very big deal about this being Cain Velasquez, Mexico City, like really pushing it.
And it shows you the extent to which he's actually injured, because now he's not even involved in a tag team match. And replacing him will be Humberto Carrillo, and they'll be taking on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson in a tag team match. I think it's a great showing for Humberto Carrillo.
Dale Gas and all that.
Yeah.
No, Humberto Carrillo is great. You can count on him for almost anything. He's just, you know, you want flippy, crazy stuff, he's got it. You want heavy selling, he's got it. You want like a big underdog, he is an underdog. He's Rey Mysterio. That's basically what he is. He's a little guy who, you know, he's always going to come from below to win.
Exactly, and I think he'll do great in that role. It's a great position for him to be in, and he's very much going to be a thing in WWE for years to come, without a shadow of a doubt. But it's a shame for Cain Velasquez, because it does sound like he's more injured than WWE were hoping. He's going to be there, but he's not going to be wrestling.
Well, we wish him a speedy recovery. Obviously, he signed a multi-year deal, so it's not like he's going anywhere. Hopefully, he can get repaired, get back on TV. Get back to smashing Brock's face in.
I want to see him doing flippy stuff on Brock. Flippy stuff on Brock. I'm sure Brock will love selling a Hurricane Rana.
Just a spike reverse Rana on Brock.
Kill the man. And finalement, it comes crashing down and it hurts inside when you go under the knife. Hulk Hogan is about to find that out next week, isn't he? Don't he call you Justin then? That's a flashback to a previous existing. Sorry,
well, as we know, Hulk Hogan wants one more match, brother, and he wants it with Vince McMahon, brother, and probably at WrestleMania, brother. Oh. So what better way to get yourself ready than to have your back fused together? Hey, Terry.
In Hulk Hogan's words to Sports Illustrated, he said, "I'm going for another back surgery next Tuesday. They're going to fuse 6 levels together, so we'll see how I feel after that."
I don't know why, like, they're just going to get a bacon tray and just weld that on as well.
I think you might as well.
Take a bit more abuse. How would you make Hulk Hogan like a bionic wrestler?
Oh, okay. Isn't there a thing in the new WWE game where Samoa Joe gets a bionic arm?
Is that part of the Bump in the Night pack, is it
Quite
called?
possibly.
Yeah.
Bionic Hogan. I reckon we just completely strip out his skeleton, completely fill it with adamantium or some sort of bendable metal.
Yeah.
And just
as long as it's American metal.
Oh yeah, because he's American made. You couldn't really make an American-made man in Taiwan now, could you?
I think he needs a speaker so he can blast Rick Derringer's Real American and/or American-made, depending on where he's working.
I think it should run on Hulk Hughes from Pastamania.
Yeah, well, he should also have a spinny pasta fork.
Yes!
Just, in case he needs it, or in case he wants to turn heel, he can be like the new Abdullah the Butcher. They should just get John Cena and take his body and give him it.
I want a hand that screws off, so if he doesn't want to wrestle, it's just permanently cupped like that.
Yeah.
So he can just do that nice and easy.
I think
just a permanently cupped hand.
If his hands are removable, or they can come down and shoot out, not like a cannon, but those feather boas he used to wear, but just huge
snakes
of those, hundreds of meters long. And he can just sort of Kurt Angle everybody with the milk truck, but with feather boas.
And also with hands.
Oh, and a reversible bandana. He needs a reversible bandana.
With hair attached or not?
Yes, hair attached.
And also think about.
No, he won't need hair because he's going to be a kick-ass bionic dude. He's going to have his own hair.
That's true, actually. He will have his own. And also, if you have a bionic arm, you can stand up next to a mountain and chop it down with the edge of your hand.
Yes.
So
he also
useful.
needs some sort of action figure because he's going to be sold in a box, obviously. So he needs the kung fu grip, except it's got to have something with the leg, the kung fu leg drop. But you press a button and his legs automatically just go and fold up, so he goes and then he can just
complete with alimonies.
Yeah.
That just fire out the back. So Hulk Hogan's having surgery. If it's anything like that, then I'm excited for his match in Saudi Arabia next year. Spoiler, that's probably going to be a thing. What should Hulk Hogan have when he gets a bionic body? Let us know in the comments down below.
Oh, he should have a detachable 10-inch penis.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic. Lastly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.